the book of Mark chapter 13, verse 18 through 20. And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, for in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation which Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that the Lord had shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the elders that rule well, which are the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, men that taught me this truth. And as always, peace and mercy to the hopeful elect in Yahushai, who these videos are for. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Lord willing, is edifying. And pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. All right, we're hearing a lot of news about a dark winter, an energy crisis, mainly over there in Europe, but we know that that's going to come throughout the four corners of the earth because it's an agenda. All right, the so-called white man, he's pretty much besieging this world just like he did in 70 AD. All right, how he besieged Jerusalem, should I say, in 70 AD. And this is a tactical, agenda that's being played out in the earth between the shortening of the food supply and the limiting of energy. These devils are damn near making it impossible to live in this world, man. And that's why we need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We need to pray that our flight be not in the winter, and we need to pray that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shorten these days for our sake. Lord willing, we be the elect, the hopeful elect. Because it's getting ridiculous, man. And we could see, looking into the future through the spirit of prophecy, the testimony of Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we could see what's coming, man. And this may just be that dark winter that Joe Biden himself, the president of Babylon the Great, America, was speaking about. When there's no energy and you can't afford the electric bill, electricity for your home, yeah, it's going to be a real cold, dark winter, man. And there's going to be a lot of diseases that's going to be coming up out of this. A lot of people dying from this, right along, like I said, with the limiting of the food supply, which is basically the famine that we've been prophesying about, that the scriptures prophesy about, this worldwide famine. That's why it says in verse 19, for in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai created unto this time, neither shall be. This is a time of affliction such as we've never seen. This planet Earth has never seen what's about to come. All right, in those days, what days? The time of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7, Daniel 12:1, Matthew the 24th chapter. Here and there, the same way as Mark 13, here and there, Yahushua was speaking about 70 AD, but he was also talking about the end. All right, the time we're living in now, the latter end. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The end of the age is these devils, man, and what they're bringing. This is the end right now. All right, we're living in it. And it's only going to get worse from here on out. This thing is only moving forward. They're not going backward. They're not, holding no punches, so to speak. It tells you in Revelation 12:12 that they're going to come down with great wrath because they know that they have but a short time. And that's what we're waiting for. All right, we're waiting for this devil to fully show his horns and just bring it already, man. But we're praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to shorten the days. We're praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that our flight be not in the winter. Because we know that that's going to be real rough, man. And more than likely, it is going to be the winter. Because we know how the Lord speaks with parables and, mysteriously, if you will. Very, the scriptures speak about dark parables, dark sayings. And why would the Lord say that, man? And 70 AD happened in the wintertime. A lot of events that befell upon our people happened during the wintertime when you go through the secular history. When you go through the biblical secular history, you'll find that out, man. So it says, verse 20, and except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. So if the Lord doesn't hurry up and, bring these prophecies quicker and, speed this thing up, basically nobody's going to be saved. We'll all die in this place, man. That's how bad it is. This food that we eating, I was just thinking about it the other day, how important it is to pray over your food. Remember, the whole food supply chain right now is just jacked up. A lot of the food that we get in the supermarkets is really from the reserves. It ain't new food. So this food, who knows how long this food been sitting there in freezers and things like that on trucks. You know, you could take a bite off of something, you could die just from that, man. You're probably gonna start seeing that real soon. People just dying from taking a bite out of some fucking contaminated, recalled food or something. You know, these devils don't care. They only care about one thing, which is bringing in that new world order agenda that they have. And they don't care how many lives they gotta sacrifice in order to do it. You know? So we living in some really evil times. The scripture tell you that in Ephesians, the 5th chapter, it tells you to be circumspect. Walk circumspectly. And how do you do that? By walking in the spirit. The word circumspect means to circumference, you know, to look all around. But ultimately, we in the flesh, man. All right, you could look at the ingredients and say, oh yeah, there's nothing unclean in here, but we don't know what the fuck is really in there. So we got to pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We got to walk in the spirit, man, to the best of our ability, and pray that the Lord deliver us from these evil times. It's bad, man. It's really bad. You know, we keep saying that this thing is coming and, you know, but really it's already here, man. You know, I'm seeing crazy shit every day on the fucking all over the news. I'm watching alternative news media. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Not that I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe that the whole, you know, damn near America, the whole world is fucking blinded to this. It's madness, bro. Here it is. They're telling you the agendas that they're bringing. Here it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has used us, beginning with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, even beginning with their elders before them, you know, to prophesy it. And the people are still living in darkness, man. It's an amazing thing. It's something to greatly marvel at, for the sake of, you know, worshiping the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. It's really crazy when you really think about it, and how we're seeing this thing playing out right before our eyes, and the people are literally just, as it says in 2nd Esdras 15, they're like a flock that's led to the slaughter. You know, the scriptures say, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. And the Lord's people are you Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're the main ones we speaking to, we preaching to. And you're the main ones that are just completely ignorant of everything around you. And you cannot see what the hell is really about to come, man. How bad this is really about to get. And how it's already here, but it's just hidden in plain sight. And it's one of those things, like Elder Apostle Rakal always says, any day now. The infrastructure is already here. The plans are already in motion. All right. It could just be a sequence of crazy ass black swan events that just take place. Whether it could be so-called unnatural disasters, whatever it may be, man. We're waiting for something in the spirit. We're waiting because Yahweh Shai is going to do it. It says, but for the elect's sake, whom he have chosen, he have shortened the days. See, so the Lord is going to do something to get this thing sped up, man. All right, he's going to force the so-called white man's hand to do this thing, because what the fuck is he dragging his feet for, man? It's all the Lord's will. It's the Lord. This is his measurement. This is his time. These are his prophecies. This is his will that's playing out on this earth, as it's called a theater, you know, the theater of the world, so to speak. This is all the Lord's will, and he's the one that's doing it in the timing in which he wants to do it. And he said it himself right here. We reading in Mark 13:20 that he's going to shorten the days for the elect's sake whom he have chosen. All right, so that was pretty much scripture I wanted to get into. And then I just wanted to drop this real quick on you brothers. Where is it? It's a photo that I had here concerning cold weather clothes, you know, and I'm pretty sure this is just basic information, you know, all you brothers should know, all you sisters for the most part should know. But ideally you would just want to have 3 layers of clothing on. So you want to have your base layer, which is a lightweight, you know, maybe a long johns or some type of nylon, you know, like you got the Under Armour, you know, like that type of clothing that hugs your skin. You know, it's basically like a second layer of skin. That's what the base layer works as. And you want it to be lightweight and breathable, because you may be sweating underneath all these layers, and you don't want the sweat mixing with the cold, and that will make your body even colder, you know, so it actually work against you. You want something that's going to be able to breathe. They call it wicking material, where it could like soak up the sweat and not, you know, and not get drenched in your sweat, so you don't get cold. I've heard that merino wool is actually the best wool to use as that base layer. And, you know, it's pretty expensive, but It's supposed to be one of the best materials for using as a base layer. And we know wool, wool in general is just a good material to keep you warm. So, you brothers could check that out. Then on top of that, you want to put like a fleece or something, something warm, a little baggier, but something that locks in the warmth. You don't want your body, it's basically an insulating layer. You don't want your body losing the heat, because your body naturally produces heat, but when it's extremely cold outside, it's like your body's still producing the heat, but the cold is getting through your skin, and that's what makes you feel that freezing cold feeling. So you got your base layer, then you got basically your insulation, and then on the outside, you just want like a protection, like a windbreaker, not like a thin little jacket, but a windbreaker coat, something that stops the wind from going through your clothing. You know what I mean? And that will hold in all the warmth, and at the same time, it will block out the cold from penetrating. Let me get one more scripture for the lesson, and I'll close it out just real quick. I just hope this helps through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai for the elect. This is 2nd Ezra 16, verse 40. O my people, who's the Lord's people, once again, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, hear my word. So hear these words, the words that we're bringing out, the words that I'm bringing out in the Holy Bible. It says, make you ready to thy battle. There's going to be a battle. We're in a battle right now. We're in a war right now. But we're getting ready to enter into some real perilous times, as the scriptures say. Dangerous times. So, yeah, it's going to be a real battle for your life, man. For survival. And in those evils, see, it's an evil time. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So you have to be in the mentality of a pilgrim, and then that's going to transpire, man. You might have to leave everything behind. You may have to leave your car behind. You don't know. We don't know. But be as a pilgrim. A pilgrim is at any point, he's ready to get up and go. A pilgrim doesn't get comfortable, or what's that other word? Basically you could be content, but there was another word just escaped my mind. But you get the point, man. You got to be kind of like a homeless person, man. Just ready to move and go wherever you got to go and do whatever you got to do to survive. The scriptures say that this place is not our rest. It's polluted. It'll destroy us. So, we're ready to get out of here. Ultimately, we're ready to get out of America, period, to be delivered and enter the kingdom with Yahweh Shai. But for the time being, while we still here, be as a pilgrim upon the earth, because it's going to be real bad, man. So that's pretty much the lesson. Just real quick, I hope and pray through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Kal halayim la Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And I'll see you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.